I see you. I see you running as a soldier in like military uniform in some tropics on some island. No, it's not an island. It switches to Kenya. See clearly Kenya. I see you in a uniform. I see you running. It's almost like you are not in the body, but you're supervising the body. And you're trying to study. So it's like you came to study how the transformation of humans gone, how it's been infected with the virus to the virus basically of fear that gives birth to rage, and which gives birth to creating wars. Because I see you in a group of 4. You came in some capsule. It's like a metallic silver capsule. And I see you inside. You're walking out and you're checking on the project. But it's not that you are in charge of the project, but you realize that there are some forces who are trying to convert humans into angry little beings who run around and destroy each other's lives. Because I see how you also show up, which you're one of those who actually stops some conflicts and also who stopped in Cold War, I guess, or whatever it's called. Like I see you stop. No, you don't even like stop them. Um, so nuclear weapons, right? Like I see a nuclear rocket, looks like a rocket. And I see how you put like a shield over it that the mechanism of launching it never works. I see military base like that. I see military bases in Nevada, in Texas, in New Mexico. They also are connected to and sometimes I see the rockets being transported by submarines. And I see how your capsule with other 3 of you hovering over in watching the direction where they're going. They usually go into some islands to basically, as I understand, explosions happen underwater, not to attract attention. But the pollution happens and you don't like it and you want to prevent it from happening with your other 3 group members. You know, you keep telling me that you're from original Pleiades, but it's not what they are as presented as now to people. They're different. They are not always all like blonde with blue eyes. There's different. There's some with kind of silver eyes too. And there are different hair colors. But what it's something. Okay, this is tied up to the World War II. This is tied up to the Nordic coming in through the. I see like a huge portal opening up And the Nordic spaceships come one after another, the round one flat. And I see how you basically you come with those four, and you see you're an observer, you're like a watcher, but you also do infiltrate sometimes some areas of to correct something that humans are doing. And what's important for you is to study how Grace in collaboration with Nordics used the Rh negative blood type race and turned it, and basically it took too much DNA from it, and the race started kind of like disappearing little by little, because those Rh negatives are easily influenced by the by any alien race, either positive influence or negative influence, either way. And as a scientist, and as a, I feel like you're like scientist slash historian or something like this, at a soul level, based on the lives you've lived. You just watch, absorb correct information, collect it also, and put it in. You have like those they're like cylindrical sticks made out of crystals. It's almost like some of them are white, some of them are blue. There's something about the like we calculate how much information can be fitted in, basically, because there's no the same terminology as megabytes or whatever. They don't use that. You don't use that. You just know exactly how much information you can get into the particular crystal, and then the crystal goes into you say there's a domain somewhere on the spaceship with a huge screen, goes all around, and if you deposit the one of the crystals and you want to see what information you collected on it, there's a depository box with a place in it. You say it's a box, but it's not really a box. It looks like a half circle, like somebody caught a sphere and made a hole in it, and you just stick it in, and it eliminates it. It acts like a projector. It eliminates onto the screen the images and the information. It's just right there. The images somehow give you information straight to your head when you observe them. And you're saying that there's a lot of interference happened with the original human beings, and reptilians actually came up with the idea to partially use monkey DNA because it was easy, predictable, easy to mold and control, thanks to the devices put, biological device put in the back of the head as a reptilian brain, is what we know of. Because you can anytime plug in to that brain in those individuals who have not woken up yet, who are unaware how their own power of creation is being used, and then you just do whatever you want with them because they're scared of resisting the change. And unfortunately, most humans who were not humans, who came here as dwarfs, elves, different, even unicorns, uh, little gnomes. I see different hybrid animals that we don't have anymore on this level of like you call it, this level of fake creation. Um, yeah, that's what happened. They used to be here, but now they're gone because the more modifications are happening, the DNA modifications brought more heaviness and more solidified the platform of this fake creation, so that we were kind of glued with our feet to it, and we could no longer fly. We could no longer do things that we could before, and we could no longer really heal like it was supposed to be, like it was pre-planned originally. And that's why you're interested in this interesting things. Some of them are phenomena that you've seen in your life, but you like learning healing techniques. I see you in Jamaica. It looks like, yeah, it is Jamaica. See the other islands around. And you're a healer there. You're wearing this thick material, kind of like linen, maybe flax robe. And it has some red and blue, red little berries, kind of like grapes. And it's sewn onto the fabric. But they actually used colors, and the particular technique of sewing is used for protection of the individual who wears it. That's what she said. It's in 1936. That's when you were doing healing work there, take care of people. At that point, you could no longer take humans and put them on the spacecraft that you had and take them to your planet or to any other planet that has healing. You call them healing squares, but it's like an open land with usually a beautiful pond that is warm water. And that's where humans have to recharge, renew, take off old. But you came here for a reason. You are saying you were not captured. You came here by yourself. You wanted to observe and watch the development of Nordics, and you say we have nothing, we Pleiades have nothing to do with them, even though we kind of share similar DNA in terms of features. I see a brain that's totally different. I see it goes like this. It's almost like two waves connected. That's one big brain. But you decided to, you wanted to explore. You heard the voice of the universe, and you say it's some sort of horn of with frequency waves that call on souls to participate in raising the frequency of planet. But you're saying that it's actually a trap because this planet is overlaid with multiple frequency layers in which every alien group or entity group lives, and in which they have access to humans. to use their creative ability, use them for creating something they want, not what the humans want, but what they want. And they're just using the fact that a human being cannot see further than that short 3D wave of perception. I see a professor in Zurich, I pronounce it. I hear the Germans say it, and I see like you're walking, it's raining, it was umbrella, and you're working on a new project. How to, is it even possible to undo the damage done to the mutation of the DNA at a physical level? Because you're saying to me you're pretty sure that it is possible to do it in their etheric to correct the DNA, and therefore the indoctrination of a human being will not be done as easily as it's done now. All the fake information and everything that is coming to the humans is aimed at them to destroy, to make them destroy the world they live in. Axilius, your name is. You said that that's because I'm Xing out the malevolent beings who are bringing this souls down, incarnated in bodies like cages. Cages have to go, and bodies have to rise up. They have to go up in frequency and understanding. It would change the dynamic first of the energies of the world, and that it would start creating a new reality. That's why you're here for that. But you don't like this snake that sits underneath. Oh, you see that snake? I see that snake. It's black on top, orange at the bottom, with a rhombical kind of pattern at the bottom on the orange black. And you say that is the queen. And once I pay attention to your words, I see the snake with the yeah, with the crown on top of your head. But that it shifts into a woman. Almost shifts into Cleopatra, then shifts to Nefertiti, shifts into Egypt. It's leading me to Egypt. But I see a lot of snakes, snake nests. So you're basically telling me that you want to get rid of the snake because what it does, it interferes with your activity and it makes your life sometimes very hard in terms of accomplishing what you want to accomplish, and you're ready to change that because you don't want to accept that. You refuse to accept that. And the minute you say that, I see you hold the snake as a rubber toy snake in your hand, and you put it into a container, and you say energy cannot be destroyed. So what should I do with it? And I say, well, you can turn it into any animal, insect, or a bird, and let it go away. As long as it doesn't have cords attached to your energy sphere, you'll be safe. You won't have any influence from that snake. You know the snake from far, far away, from millions of years ago, and it has a tendency to absorb human emotions, feelings, and also provoke people because it whispers some things. And it's been whispering some things for you in your ear also, and you don't like that. So you're saying, okay, I've done it. I just shrunk it to the point of little dot, and I threw that little dot in the portal. But you're saying there is like, you're like incubator of her little snakes who come into you, and you start feeling sick from it. Uh, I'm telling you how to get rid of everything, and you get rid of that, all those little snakes inside of you, and they come in and out. It's kind of like they're on a mission. They just robotic snakes who take information from you at the cellular level. You say that's important to know, and you need to recover and rejuvenate those cells, because you are autonomous, independent soul, and you want zero influence on you, so you can do things you want to do, and nobody can stop you. I see the snakes again. So let me check your body for the it's like just feel that energy of some cobra or something staring at you. Yeah, you pushed everything out. It's like you accumulate and you explode, and when you explode, you push out stuff. All your energy bodies do that. I also see how you are cleansing your mental and emotional bodies. Oh, I just cleansing begins. That's why I yawn. You you have like a spinning brush, and the spinning brush with the magnet, and it just magnetizes all the waves, and the waves bring the pollution out of your mental emotional bodies. Everything that was caused to you by people, situations that triggered you, made you emotionally respond, and mental response also, and then you didn't like the way it was happening. You really disliked it about yourself, so it's just getting absorbed right now all the way. um Mental emotional bodies. Well, the DNA, you're saying, yeah, you have about 99 to 100 strands of DNA, but as you know, they all just absorb the experience, they carry the experience and the abilities based on the experience that we worked for, accepting and experiencing other lives in different civilizations, planets, galaxies. All that was a beautiful experience, and now I want to share this with others. So it's pretty interesting. There's like a portal, you say, in Atlantic that you used to watch all the time from above, from your spacecraft, when Atlantis was still there, but it was being attacked, and that's why Atlanteans have a very good technology on making spacecrafts that are connected to your subconscious and work on your thought. then I see you're still checking on your DNA. I see that. Mental, emotional bodies are cleansed. You're taking some there's like lenses on your eyes, and there's little something I can't understand. It's like a transparent jello in your ears, because they don't want you. They wanted to see through your eyes and also wanted to hear through your ears, um, because that gives you more like high level of interference in some situations that they needed to interfere. And you're taking those lenses off of your eyes again, and the jello kind of plugs from the ears. I see you heating up a big pot and just putting them on the heated up pot. So get rid of that. I mean, I see so many multiple lives. I see you Negro. I see you like Native American. I see you that too. And there I see how you build boats. And I see how you walk and teach your two boys when to gather herbs, when to spot them, how to spot them, what to do out of them, how to help yourself and others with the beautiful recipes. Hmm. It's also like there's some egregore. Not, yeah, those are like everybody does. Um, you're just starting to show me Egypt, snakes, cobra people coming and ordering everybody around, taking technology. Some technology is put underground. Some is above, but nobody knows how to activate it. But you do know. But you don't know how to use that, what you know. Mm. It's interesting because you start showing me the cobra people, and they all have these different long cloaks, and you said that you learned some energy transformation from them, because what they've done there, they kept transforming energies and multiplying them by 10. And in that multiplying, you can position pyramids just like the ones in Egypt all around the holographic level from where we are at, to aid the connectivity of unconscious collective of people who are living unconsciously and they're not realizing that, who is using them and for what. And that's what they've done. They created more pyramids. It's a technology. It builds it up out of whatever. You can build it out of sand and form rocks out of sand. It just like happens right before your eyes. It's not like you have to find rocks and stuff. No, it's not like that. It's like a project in your head, and then you order around the object that look very physical, but they can actually hold a non-physical. I see you. Okay, well, the vibration. Hybrids. I only see two clones, but the two clones on the different branches of the timeline you're at. Mm. Barbados. That's one of the clones, Barbados. Are they using your information for doing something for themselves? For the, let's say, those alien groups who stand behind the government? And another one is in USA, in Idaho, says. But shouldn't we be paying attention to all of this? Because you know the game played against you. So, what else? There's a lot of things. I think maybe you ask a question to kind of guide me, because what I see right now, that the hybrids that you indicated, they made over 40 hybrids. Like it shows to me 40, 41. And what you did is just you created this big golden scissors and you cut the links from you to them. And also when you were doing this, you took out some plates. Those are like chakra plates that are imprinted onto the body before the birth, because they wanted us to believe in this chakra system, because they want our energy. And when your energy is dissected in many places, it is, and not staying sturdy, that just means that it's interesting things. You're showing me like Earth before, Earth after. I guess the Ice Age it is. And I see like different metallic like plates in the ground, and in the ground, and they start shaking and they start going over one another. You're saying that that's what's gonna be next. It's earthquakes is gonna be next, and they're gonna alternate with different disasters related to water and wind. But you have over 300 years. It's a long journey. But the main thing is to understand that right now is time to, like your subconscious says, just take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Feel what you need today, what your body needs, and just do just that. This new reality demands that you really take care and love yourself first. So if you just checking, I pointed at you. There's some pieces of implants that you moved out of your body. Or you took them all out. You put them in the portal. Well, you can ask me questions if you want. Let me drink some water. Because there's a lot of lives. So if you ask a question, your subconscious will probably guide me into a life. Yeah, I'm not. I don't hear you. I feel like you're saying. Yeah, just detail.
What about now?
Yeah, that's good.
Well, I was a little lost on the 40 hybrids. Are these 40, and you said something about 40 hybrids, golden Caesars. I got a little lost on, are these 40 hybrids myself?
No, it's 41. Well, what happened is they actually took your DNA and they wanted to connect it with other species DNA because to them you're like the original Pleiadian. And see what they do in at this level we're at. They basically deceive us by making us believe that these are real Pleiadians and they are masters and they're good ones. They are benevolent beings, they should trust them, but they're actually malevolent ones because they mostly have reptilian DNA. They project this holographic image of themselves thanks to. See, they have to scan a picture. They have to have a picture based on the DNA taken from somebody, or they have the original DNA implemented into them so they can shapeshift into that particular. And that's how they deceive people in between lives also, because they shapeshift from their malevolent looking being into the benevolent, the good one in our perception, good alien. Um, and then they hold their shape and form in this holographic image around them. And the person trusts them that the person has to go complete his or her karma and go back or solve some problems and they didn't solve themselves. Things like that. That's what they always looking for, some souls who have the DNA that is very active in making your basically physical body move in this space and time and do things important for the humanity awakening. Even though right now we're talking about transition right now, it's not about awakening anymore. Mm, and that's what you're just saying, that what you what you did is, I see a lot of blanks, like you read information off of me immediately very quickly. And I see there is your timeline, and there's quite a few of blanks that you just eliminated, erase those times, so they would take your DNA, split it into little like lab tubes, and put it in storage. So you destroyed all of the 41 tubes with those, because it's like, yeah, it's sad as hybrids, uh, but they're not really hybrids yet. They're still growing, and it seems like I think your DNA blocks anybody who tries to use your DNA for projects like that, because it's like a legal in a world of universes. You should not be using anybody's DNA unless that being asks for it or wants it. And right now, since the transition is happening, the more and more accumulated energy when people bunch up and resonate with each other frequency wise, it really irritates and makes the matrix in patches. I see it break and cause havoc, but the havoc is above already in the energy like level, and it's here also. And us transitioning and staying in between. I mean, I can see you. I can see your head and your shoulders are already there, like, and it comes to me as 4D. But frequency wise, you can jump to any D. You can jump to 13, 12D. But it's about the physical body that is transitioning, and I see like your head, a neck, and down to your shoulders. You're already there, transitioned, but the rest of the body is not yet. But I feel like it's gonna be time. So yeah, you can ask me.